Hello everyone. So we are back at our drawing board. I have a chitrapat paper which is a used one, and today I am demonstrating some sky for you. So what happens is there are various types of sky. Some are beautiful gradient sky wherein it is purely blue color. In couple of skies you have clouds. In during the morning time or during the evening time you will see a different shade of sky altogether. You will see orange color and crimson color in the sky with tinge of yellow. So today we are here to work on variety of skies. So let me start with a very basic sky, which is a gradient sky, which means we have to fill the paper with dark blue and then slowly it comes down and it becomes slightly yellowish or slightly warmish. So you start with a nice patch of ultramarine blue. So I will be using only ultramarine blue in this case. You start with this blue. Consider this is the paper. You start with this blue like that. Fill it properly. I'm using a calligraphy brush which is very nice for putting all kind of skies. Once you are done with 1 or 2 inches of space, take a little bit of Naples yellow. I prefer Naples yellow on top of yellow ochre. Mostly people would use yellow ochre. You can use yellow ochre as well, and take this yellow ochre and blend it on the blue itself like that, and come down. Take more Naples yellow and you go down, you come down like that. If you want to give it a feel of evening sky or something, you can mix in a little bit of purple. You add on the purple to the Naples yellow and pull it down like that. So here you have a nice gradient. If you see from top till bottom, you have blue color merging with the Naples yellow merging with the purple color. Now, guys, we will work on some clouds. So for that also, as this is a demo, I'm just taking pure blue color, which is ultramarine blue, and I'm trying to mix ultramarine blue in a little concentrated fashion. So for making clouds, basically we have to put patches like this, like we do for the trees and all. So we have to put patches like that, like that. And what we need to do is this edges, we have to soften the edges. We have to take a damp piece of brush, damp side of the brush, and just soften the edges. So that will give it a nice feel of a cloudy sky once it is dry. So we are using the belly of the brush and basically a little bit of water to keep the brush damp. Then taking little bit of more blue, just you know add on blue at certain places just to define the clouds. And when it dries, it will look like nicely puffy looking clouds, very soft. Just blend the edges, okay, like that, like this. See, I am having a piece of cloth where I am taking out the excess water. Just it should be nice and moist, it should not be fully wet. should not have too much of water. Just make the border diffused. Okay, and then when you give it a nice dry, you are left with a nice looking cloud. You see here. So imagine your paper is big and you have this kind of clouds. It look very natural. Another sky is kind of a evening or a very moody sky. So for creating moody sky, you will have colors blending in, and you will have yellows, and you will have purple, yellow, pinkish shade, and then blue. So just to show you how a moody sky looks like, we have to first start with the lightest of all, which is yellow. So I'm here taking Naples yellow. You can take a little bit of chrome yellow also, and I'm just you know kind of giving a very light kind of not a very smooth, but a kind of rough texturing of this yellow. And then we will not go directly to blue, because once you mix yellow with blue, it will become a greenish gray. So we will take an intermediate color like the purple, and we will mix the purple color. If you don't have purple, you can take a little bit of crimson also and mix it with the yellow color. And then at some places, these gaps, you try to fill in the purple color. So this forms the intermediate color, or a kind of in between color for yellow, for transition from yellow to blue. So wherever the yellow is mixing with uh, wherever we want the blues to come in, I have kept a little bit of purple along with the yellow color. And then from here we will go to the blue color. So now we will add in the blue like that. So basically yellow is merging with purple, is merging with the blue, like that. Here I have a different sky though, because we are using the same bit of paper. And then we will be using the same treatment like that. See? We need lot of blue for this. So here also you have certain gaps. Fill it with blue. Try to make it little natural and spontaneous, and don't be afraid, because if you are confident, the sky looks very beautiful. If you are little afraid and you pause at some place, it will cause the paper to dry. So when the paper dries, the sky will not look uh, bold and beautiful and dramatic. So be a little carefree and do it. Final result will always be satisfactory. So see, now I have tried to lay down a few colors. So yellow, then the purple, and then the blue. And these whites that you see, leave it to give it a feel of some clouds, some highlight clouds. And just as I told you, just try to bring in some amount of dampness, and just take out the hard edges so that it becomes nice and soft, like that. Okay, and I'm just blending this thing in, because there is no other scenery. So I'm just blending it for you to visualize, and then give it a nice dry. Once it is dry, I'll show you how it looks. So friends, this is the sky that we painted first with the clouds. This is the sky with the gradient. A few drops of water have fallen, so it looks like that. Otherwise, you can see how nicely the gradient has come. So we started with blue, little bit of Naples yellow, then little bit of purple. This was painted using the belly of the brush, the fat portion of the brush, and after that just softening of the edges. So you can imagine the entire sheet with big patches of these kind of clouds. Then we painted this dramatic kind of sky wherein you have lots of colors and all the colors flowing in nicely. So I have just shown you the method how the painting of the sky is done. So based on the reference, you have to just concentrate on the dark colors and leave the lighter colors like the clouds for a typical sky. But in case of the dramatic sky, you have to go with the lightest color first, which is in our case yellow, and then find out the intermediate color, which is a purple or a kind of reddish tone, and then from there you transition to blue color. So wherever in the sky you see blue color, just don't go and put on blue color like that. Try to find out the yellow color and try to find out the intermediate colors, and then slowly transition from the light color to the dark color, which is in your case blue color. There might be some gray or violet color also in the sky. So wherever you have the grays sorry, the violet colors or the dark gray colors, then you can put it later on, like slowly go from the light color to the dark color. Just do the transition like that and see how is the result. So now just consider this much portion as our window, and I will try to create a nice landscape using this sky. The sky looks really good. So we are creating some dark colors like mixing blue, red, and a little bit of yellow. So I'm making a kind of grayish tone. Okay, and what I will do is just imagine that at a distance, this is the horizon line, and at a distance there is a kind of a hill or something, very faint line like, and then you have some, you know, trees and shrubs and bushes here and there, and some trees also, so like some palm tree. If you go to Indian villages and you find Indian landscapes, you'll see a lot of palm trees in most of the villages and general Indian rural scenery. Try to keep the lines very thin. And then a few other trees which we will place like that. So just consider this much as your window and see how nice it looks. Just that I made a beautiful sky is transforming. Just a minute, let me focus your eye to this much portion. Yeah, now see, this looks like a very nice landscape which we have planned and properly executed, but actually we started with nothing. And see, a little bit of colors here and there, so that makes it look like a very nice dreamy kind of a landscape. So small little experiments like this and small little practices like this is very important for your overall watercolor growth. So what I would request you is to take a piece of old paper by which you have ruined or something, and try out the three things that I've told you. One is this sky, which is kind of a nice cloudy sky. Another is the gradient, this one, from blue to yellow to purple. And of course you try this one, which you would enjoy doing, as well as it will boost your confidence for evening sunset or a ghat scene or something like that, which we will be covering in later videos. Thank you.